you all for hanging with us tonight. I promise I'll be as brief as possible. We need to continue to work for impeachment as well as to an end of the occupation of Iraq, and we should be doing both in tandem. According to former federal prosecutor Elizabeth De La Vega, the Bush administration engaged in nothing less than a criminal conspiracy to deceive the American public and Congress into supporting the attack on Iraq. And she's in good company. In December of 2005, John Conyers, the current chair of the House Judiciary Committee, then serving as ranking member of the minority, issued a report that concluded there was a prima facie case that the Bush administration had violated a number of federal laws in relation to Iraq, including committing fraud against the United States. A little over a year ago, Congressman Dennis Kucinich introduced an impeachment resolution against Vice President Cheney, making essentially the same charge, and in addition charging the President with threatening aggression against Iraq without any tangible evidence of an Iranian threat to the United States. Most recently, Representative Robert Wexler and several co-signers have sent a letter to Chairman Conyers requesting a commencement of an impeachment investigation against Vice President Cheney. Now, we've been told tonight by some and elsewhere that it's too late to begin impeachment proceedings. But PDA board member David Swanson has recently pointed out that the entire proceeding against Bill Clinton took about 4 months. We've been told that impeachment is a distraction, that it'll unite the Republicans and harm the Democratic electoral prospects. We have been told that the remedy for Bush's crimes is to get a Democrat elected to the White House in 2009. These arguments are nothing more than dodges by a Democratic congressional leadership that is either unwilling or afraid to do its duty under the Constitution. The whole investigation into the charges of high crimes and misdemeanors against the Bush administration, leveled by an increasing number of their own colleagues, in addition to countless other authoritative voices in the public realm. There is a principle involved here that is higher than the near-term political fortunes of the Democratic Party. No elected official should be allowed to flout the law the way Bush and Cheney have. No president or vice president should be allowed to express the kind of contempt for the American people and a co-equal branch of government that Bush and Cheney have been allowed to express. If Congress is unwilling to hold Bush and Cheney accountable, then we are going to have to hold Congress accountable. All right, and there are some suggestions for things we can do in that regard. We may want to run primary challenges against members of the Judiciary Committee that have been stalling action on the Kucinich bill, and others who have promised us action on impeachment but have failed to deliver. It's a possibility. The other thing that we might seriously think about is getting as many impeachment resolutions and passed wherever we can. There was recently a resolution passed by the New Hampshire Democratic Party, I believe. There's probably an upcoming New York State convention. We may want to try to get something done there. It might be a little bit more difficult, but the city council, your local Democratic club, anywhere. But the most important fact on both of these issues, on impeachment and ending the occupation of Iraq, is that all of the various fractions on the left and elsewhere, all the different sects, parties, tendencies, they have got to come together and get united and organized on this issue to put the maximum amount of consistent pressure on Congress in order to have any hope of achieving these goals.